Hello and welcome back to episode 25 of Space Engineers, keeping it real with Strix. Getting right back into work on these batteries back here, and I've got the conveyor network in for my farming blocks and my reactors. So, and I've got this poor little welding ship completely full, the Imhotep, as usual. But here we go, power on the base. I'll be able to get the conveyor network up and running today so that I can get the rest of my ore all cut down. I do need to go and get some more gold and have that cut down as well so I can get the yield modules on these 6 refineries. And I'm thinking overall I might double up on the 6 refineries, put extra ones up on top of them. And that's simply because, realistic mode takes forever to get anything done. I'll come back through and make sure those are all welded up with my hand welder in a couple minutes. Well, I think there's probably some stuff that didn't get finished there. And get all these conveyors put in. Try not to irk Clang today and invoke his wrath. And having spent a few days on X, I'm actually getting all kinds of messages and things going off over there now. Up to and including found an artist that I'm going to attempt working with to get some promotional art, a cover piece for my Chrono Conquest, which will be nice. Come on, you. I'm pretty sure that's who just messaged me. I used the wrong button there. Okay, so we've got all these conveyors in. We've got the refineries in. And I still have lots of materials. I should be able to put down the reactor over here, for instance. So let's go ahead and see about that. Okay, my helmet is closed. Warfare reactor. I just like the looks of the warfare reactor. And of course, if I need a second one on here, or more, I can chain them together. Which absolutely should work. I tend to not want things conveyed together where it's having to run through blocks to get things done, but that's because my computer was having problems. Well, my computer has too many problems to even be functional anymore. I'm on the wife's computer. Hers can handle it. Alright, I should grab some uranium. Let's grab 10 ingots from each of these, just to keep them more or less even. Make sure that this reactor is currently off, because I do have the batteries on there. And how long are those going to last? 63 days, because nothing is going on the base. Sounds good. Okay, interior plates. I need to start setting down some things. And actually, I think I put these too close. I need a sorter before the composter. So perhaps I put the composter down here. I don't know. I'll figure that out. In any case, for right now, let's grab the conveyor tubes. And I actually want to drop them down one and connect down here the entire network. That'll just make it a lot easier to get around and get things done. So get all these put on. I might be able to wiggle that around to where it has a sorter on it. You know what? No, I'm just gonna go ahead and move that. It's not like it's going to be very difficult. Put everything away because I have 0 space. And just put this over here. There we go. Get my interior plates back. Now I can put a pipe there. Okay. And use the T-pipes here. I don't think I'll be able to get my Imhotep under here very easily to weld on all of this. Fortunately, I can do at least 2.5 of these at a time with my inventory. So it's not that bad. But I still need to figure out where I'm going to put in my solar arrays. Hopefully to where I have plenty of room. Let's go ahead and put one of those in so that I can connect those sides. Throw a conveyor junction there so it's nice and connected on that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and put a connector on there, but I don't have a steel plate. Because why would I ever have all the parts that I need to just throw something together real quick? Okay, so this will allow me to connect the Proteus back up to the refinery base. You can come across. That's actually going to need sorters on both sides, isn't it? So that it's just not just randomly grabbing things. Actually, what am I talking about? It doesn't need it on both sides. It just needs a sorter right there. So I'll grab the regular one because it's a lot easier to tell its direction. And I'm not going to be looking at it under here very often. So there we go. And let's go ahead and make that to where it can keep going forward in case it's needed. Now I will have to pull organic material out of the composter from upstairs, but that's fine. Organic material doesn't weigh much. I can move an awful lot of it very quickly. So let's just get down here and get the rest of these mocked up. Okay, I need to go one more over and then the T-junction. Again, that's leaving the end open in case I need to go farther. because this place might wind up just continuously growing with more farms and more refineries. Though it should have all the battery power it needs. And yeah, these didn't finish welding all the way. But all the parts are there, so that makes it pretty easy. Though my energy is getting a little on the low side. My goodness, did none of them get finished? Alright, there we go. Let's start with just these. Seven and 8. I think I should have most of the parts for these on board. Or not. Okay, Imhotep. Can we slip you under here? I think we might be able to, at least to some degree. Well, that was a hard hit. No damage, though. I guess it's still a bit too full for its up and down thrust. Things can't be easy all the time. Can I get in there? Kinda, sorta. Haha. So there's the sorter completed. I'm just going to set that up to do mushrooms. Because I've already got quite a few mushrooms put back out of the way. See if I can get this arm welded up. Because being able to dock the Proteus would be very useful. Then I'll be able to pull parts from over here. I also still need a parking location for each of my small ships. Because the Proteus only has room for one ship at a time. I could probably put 2 ships in there, but I've only got connections to the rest of the cargo system, conveyor system with the one. And did not leave myself other ways to get that. There we go. So I actually have a dock now. Let's see if I can wiggle under here and get some more of this stuff filled up. Because getting the refineries online now would be great. I can get back to cutting down all that ore I've got. Because I'm going to have to get, as I stated earlier, more gold. And I'm going to need to get more uranium. Because as it stands, everything's running on uranium. Okay. Turn this off. What am I short on? Small steel tubes. Which means I'm not going to be able to go any farther for now. So let's just wiggle back under here. I did not realize I was actually going to be able to get this under there. No complaints. That makes things a lot easier. Yep, stop your freaking out. Thank you. Okay, so I need small steel tubes. What else am I running low on in here? cargo for that. Motors and interior plates, I think. Let's see. Just make sure I know all the parts that I need. Construction components, interior plates, small steel tubes, and motors. So, yeah, I need more interior plates, more construction components, more motors, and a lot more small steel tubes. So let's just go into the large block, look up conveyor, and the conveyor junction has all of those things in it. Not entirely in the numbers that I need, but that's fine, because it'll get all that made up. And let's see. Let me grab some steel. I think that's what I need for the farm blocks, right? No, those are interior plate. Okay, so let's grab some interior plates and put some farm blocks down. So the first one here should be composter. There we go, there it is. Make sure that's connection down. Mushroom farm. Oh, the apple farm needs a steel plate. Okay, whatever. Vegetable farm. Wheat. Soya. And herbs. I actually really like the herbs one there. Let's see. So I still have the apple farm that I need, but I need a steel plate for that. And there we go. That's going to be one of each of the farms. That should work out rather nicely, I think. I still have my mushroom farm and composter in the med bay in here. For the time being, I will leave those and just put extras down, but I might actually remove them out of there for other gadgets to be put in, depending on whether or not I need them. Okay, let's put all that away and see how we're doing on the assembler here. It has not made it through very far yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pause up the video, and I will be back once it's got all my parts so I can get back under there and get these conveyors completed. It looks like I have a little bit of a nickel shortage, but I think I've got enough parts to get some of this working. Wiggle back underneath here. I had to get my refineries online and finally take the Proteus out so I can get a massive load of nickel pouring back this direction. Come on, Imhotep. Go the direction I'm telling you and stop trying to run into things. If I have at least enough to get this side online, I'll be happy. Because I'll be able to start running all of this stuff. Getting close to the end here. There's 5 of 6 refineries online. And there's number 6. Let's see if I can get any more of this put together and then get ready to go find some nickel. I could just use stone for that, but unrealistic. The squeezings out of stone are not going to get me enough nickel to complete all of this over here. Better off going mining. And I think I'm probably running near out of parts for these at this point. Damn it. I keep getting hooked. Wait, am I actually gonna get this whole little conveyor network put together? That would be nice. Haha. I did. Okay. Turn off the welders. And there we go. I go ahead and just float this above the platform for now. I am going to put some cargo on here as well. Those actually might go off the other end at the two open ends that I left over there. Let's see. Linhart. I just parked all my ships out here in the middle of nowhere. Turned off their gyros and thrusters. Yep, this is currently empty still. Making it very easy to maneuver. That being said, I do have just enough room to park this in here. Okay. So, nickel. I almost chose the Earth planet surface. I don't want to go down there. Not in this craft. Would not work out very well for me. And I've got just enough room to wiggle into here. I should probably get myself some food and water before I go. A little bit of sleep. Just top those all off. Let's see, I've got steak with mushrooms. I'll have one of those. And sparkling water. Fortunately, this is all pressurized in here, so don't have to worry about taking off my helmet and dying of asphyxiation. I'm just curious. This is actually turned off right now. And I have 600 mushrooms. So yeah, that's all working great. Reverse here, let's see. All of these are fairly close. Let's pull in that docking arm. But I think I'll be going to the iron and nickel at 10.48, let's see. Ah, I picked the right one. So if I go to my jump drive, I can select that particular GPS coordinate, set that as my destination. And this is what I'm talking about. It does not turn very well. It does not move very fast. Because it's a station, and that wasn't what it's built for. It's simply built to be able to get me around to these different locations. Helps if I have my jump drive on my hotbar. So let's pull that down to number 3 with a jump. I can put an antenna and ore detector on this, and probably will once I've got my refinery base put back together and whatnot. But for the time being, the Linhart works perfectly fine for being able to find things. And it's hard to miss this large ship. Let's go ahead and turn off all these extra GPS coordinates. That's not an extra one, that's my home. Okay. Turn off the brakes. So yeah, it moves very slow. I still need to put guns on here too. Never know when those will be necessary. That being said, even though it's light armor, all I've been hit with thus far are little pirate drones. They're not going to be able to do that much damage to this ship. Well, unfortunately, they would be able to completely wreck the Linhart. Alright, pull this thing back to a stop. I do have the boosters I can kick on, help that stop a bit faster. Lose a little bit of oxygen as I go out this door, and a little bit of health because I forgot about my helmet. Okay, now, Nickel, where are you hiding at? Looks like it's going to be inside the asteroid here. So get to the closest portion that I can, which will be right about here. Switch to my camera. Mine slightly to the left of what I can see here. That's because my camera is not centered. Because despite the vast majority of this ship being symmetrical, its nose is not. I went for an asymmetrical build, which I don't do very often. I prefer symmetry, but it worked out. I like this ship. It's definitely good at its job of eating through stone and ore. Getting closer. That just chews through here. Love a good mining ship. But I think once I've got my refinery base operational, I'm going to start working towards making my large grid tool ships. Large grid miner, large grid welder builder. Probably even a large grid grinder, because that could be quite fun. once I have those, I'll be able to start doing some truly insane builds. Actually, come to think of it, why would I build a large grid builder? Couldn't I just go ahead and put up a weld wall and build a tug? Yeah, that would probably work out better, wouldn't it? That way I don't have to worry about making my welders able to move. They've got full access to the base's inventory and assemblers and everything. And I just use a tug ship to pull around a projector to get built. Yeah, I think that sounds nice. That might require a completely different shipyard area, though, because being inside an asteroid is going to be pretty hard to get such a thing set up. Unless I go ahead and throw that all outside of the asteroid and connect it to that outpost. How's this doing? Well, it's also picking up a decent bit of stone, but that's alright, because I have my refinery on board the ship for dealing with exactly that kind of thing. And I think I'm also going to grab some iron while I'm here, because I'm already at 260k iron. Oh. Helps if I make sure I'm lined up properly before I just turn off my dampers and back up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. I am free. I'm just going to park on the front and disgorge all of this so I can quickly come back around to the iron, and then I'll park back inside. Okay, then, Hart, where are you going? Always fun trying to maneuver a very full ship. There we go, that should be about lined up. It's pretty close to lined up. There we go. Inventory. PTB. Let's just go ahead and throw that in there. It's already pulled out all of the stone, of course, because I've got that sorter set up to immediately grab it. And anything else? Nope, that's it. Nice and quick. Take off and go grab some iron. At least that's on the surface, really easy to get to. And it's going to fill up the ship very, very quickly. comes into here so very well. And in just a couple of moments, that's going to hit full. Then I'll go ahead and park the Proteus and head back to the Outpost. And should be able to get those refineries working on all this ore. Of course, with where I put my docking arm, I might have to move my ships. Yep, there we go. Takes no time at all to fill up with iron. Go ahead and cruise back to the back of the Proteus. Nice slow pace so I can actually brake when I get there. And next I'll need to be working on all of those farms. I'll probably do those by hand instead of having the Imhotep doing it. All those side thrusts is still just not enough. Rotate around, bleed off the speed. There we go. Line up my middle drills with the connector there and slide right on in. Have to be careful because I am going to bump the wall anyway. Don't want to bump it that hard. And I definitely didn't want to do that. Why did that break? That should not have broken. Well, Clang, nice to have gotten a visit from you this episode, even though I was trying to avoid it. Yeah, you go up there. Interesting that I'm able to kick the ship around like that. With as full as it is. Alright, so I need to get a connector back on here. Kind of doesn't matter which one, I'm not armoring the bottom of it. You went for a large on there, didn't you? Yep, that's not what I wanted. I need a small connector. There we go. All components successfully put in production. Come on. No. I don't have 3 motors. Oh, I had all of those. Why are you being so crazy? Okay, whatever. Now let's see if I can get this landed properly. Scraping the wall and not wanting to go down just right. Would help if I was straight up and down. There we go. Now, can you park without braking? There we go. And let's sneak under here and through the door. There we go. Alright. Just a little bit of craziness, but things are working now. Go back to the jump drive and Outpost Bravo. And that should absolutely be full again, because it's not that far that it's having to jump. says I can only do 95% of that. You better get me over there. Alright, 1.2 kilometers isn't too bad. Definitely need to add more gyroscopes. And I have a pretty decent idea there. So let's go ahead and move in, pull out my docking arm. Which I'll be able to see in a couple of moments. Yep, there it is. Get ready to turn on my boosters and brakes, because I do not want to crash. Even at this low speed, I would probably completely wreck everything I've got. Why? Because that's my luck. I spent all of my good luck on my wife. Line up with my docking arm here. And brakes in 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Ship fuel low.
Let's see. Ship fuel low, my arse. Got my 2 reactors on. Batteries all flipped to recharge. Go ahead and turn on my boosters just so I can actually get over here better. I think I have enough room to get in without hitting my Colony 1 and my other ship. I shall see. I need to be coming up over this. Oh, yeah, a lot further over that. Keeping an eye on number 5, waiting for that to say that it has proximity. I can get rid of my boosters now. There we go, ready to lock. Locked. Okay, so now my refineries should be starting to cook off. Yep. Good to go. Let's go see if I can get any of these let me out. See if I can get any of these farms built. Not all of them do I have the stuff to fill up and start farming, but wait, I've got a bunch of stuff on here. I wonder if I have what I need to build up any or all of them on here already. It's worth a shot. Well, there's the composter online. How about you, mushrooms? Okay, the mushrooms aren't completing. I've got the vegetable farm, however, is up. Come on, Imhotep. You're not so full that you shouldn't be able to drive. There's those 2 farms up and running. So I wonder what's missing on the mushrooms. Everything else is going up fine. Oh, the herbs didn't finish either. So let's see. Bulletproof glass and large steel tubes. That's not too bad. Can I wiggle in here and get things? Yes, if I catch the right angle. I saw it. Okay, you're gonna be a pain. I'll just grab it from over here. Haha. Do I not have any large steel tubes? I do not. Oh, that's easily enough solved. There we go. Mushrooms and herbs. So let's see. What? Why is that composter working on things? No, 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 no. Stop. Okay, so it just got rid of some of my stuff that I really didn't want to get rid of. So I'm going to have to solve that. Now let's see. You are soya farm, so do I have any soya beans left? No, I do not. Those got eaten already. Do I have any wheat left? No, I do not. That was eaten already. Evil composter. I don't think I have any apples either. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to have to work on getting my fruits and vegetables restocked again because the composter is evil. But I've got the farms all put in. I can get those figured out. Actually, while I'm here, let's go to sorter. Conveyor sorter. Label that as compost. I want it to whitelist mushrooms. So let's go through here and find M. MU mushrooms. There we go. Okay. Now it will only pull in the mushrooms, which will work far better overall. And I don't really need them right now because I'm out of meat again. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the composter. And it can turn all of my mushrooms that aren't in my kitchen into organic matter for growing other things. All right. Fully depleted in 19 minutes. Fortunately, everything's going to be running off of the Proteus for the time being. So actually, let's go ahead and just grab all these batteries. And put them on recharge. How long is that going to take? 2 hours. All right. So I'll let this run in between episodes and get nickel and stuff cut down, and probably at the top of next episode we're going to be going gold hunting because I've got this generally put together, and I'm absolutely going to need the gold. I've got a few blocks up here that I can finish welding on at least the visible portion of the outpost. So it looks a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, looks much better. But yeah, next episode we'll be getting these yield modules on here finally. And that is going to slow my refineries down dramatically on cutting down the ore. So I think I will just slap a second row on top of them, which is why I got all the extra iron. And of course we're going to have to do docking pads. I'm thinking about using the Lenhart and grinding out these weird stone balls in here and using that nice little hole for docking station overall for these smaller craft. I think that could work out great. But in any case, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you're wanting to see what I get up to, there's always that subscribe button. Have a good one.